Running back for the Indian Valley Braves, Grady Kinsey.
If you don't like the way that young man plays football, then you don't like football.
Grady Kinsey is as advertised if you haven't seen him play in person.
All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back. We just played our 10th game of the season. We had Claymont. It was a big rivalry game. Score ended up being, I think, 42-0. Does that sound right?
I don't even remember.
It was our first shutout of the year, actually, which is surprising because I feel like we've beat some teams pretty good, but I guess never kept the goose egg up on the scoreboard. But I think everybody kind of had a good game. We played a lot of young guys on defense. I think that is going to help us going into the playoffs. We're going to have depth. I think a lot of guys on offense made plays too. You know, Riker looked good running the ball. I ran the ball a little bit. I think it was just a good win for us, and also it was just an awesome moment after the game because it was our second time our teams ever went undefeated in the regular season and ended up being IVC champs. So that was super exciting in the locker room. Everybody was, just so excited for that because it's something special. You know, our coaches tell us it's like some of them have been coaching 30, 25 years, something like that. And they've only been a part of, 2 or 3 undefeated teams. So it's something that you only get to see every 10, 15 years. And it's just, it's so amazing the group of kids we have and how they can play and, win games. All right, so this was our first drive of the game. His play action pass ended up going to Eric Golder here down in, he's the inside receiver down at the bottom of your screen. And, I take my fake, not a great fake, actually. Coach Lane got on us in film. Actually, we didn't have film the next day, but we had it on Monday, and he's like running backs. It's just not good fakes. That's something we kind of, we kind of took for granted at the start of the year. We were taking good fakes, and now towards the end of the year, I think against some of the competition we've been playing, we just kind of got lazy with it. That's something we need to fix. But anyway, Eric Golder here cooks his man on this route. Bang, Riker Williams dots him up right on the sideline. Eric Golder catches it, points, yeah, that's in. He points right to the camera, that's in, come on. And we ended up being inside the 20-yard line right there. All right, so this was the play that ended our first drive, ended up being a touchdown. It was a counter play to the left. You end up seeing some good blocking by some young sophomores out here. Titan Peterman pulls, great kick out. And something that really will impress you here is Kellen Coates getting into this dude, just driving him. Just like the sleds in practice, driving him. I end up falling forward into the end zone and celebrating with Eric Golder. Mr. Money. All right, so this was also a very exciting play. I actually wasn't on the field for this play. It was a punt return. Eric Golder actually got it. But that's not what we want to watch here. We want to watch Brogan O'Connor here at the right side of your screen. You probably see him in there. Absolutely kills this kid. Watch this. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. Doesn't even celebrate or anything. Somebody came up trying to fight him. I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to fight the wrong guy. He don't say much, but he's just all about that business, Brogan. I just remember coming on the field and I was hype. I'm like, Booger, come on, give him that. All right, so this was the play I was probably most impressed with this play all night. This play was sick. It's basically just a sweep concept to the left. Basically just student body left here. We're overloading this side. And we run it with the quarterback designed run. Riker Williams takes it, kind of hits a cutback, and just hits probably the best move of the year on this number 18 that you see at the top of your screen. And he just, boom, sit down. and then he's out of there for a touchdown. And that play was super exciting. He's looking back. That's like Remy Myers looking back at the camera instead of scoring the touchdown. And he had a pretty good chest bump with somebody too. Yeah, Spider. He's already down there. Oh yeah, he is. Actually, no, I think that was Colt James. He's always there too. But I remember also the ref said something to Riker here. I think it was something like, don't turn your head back whenever you run into the end zone or something. But I didn't think it was that excessive. But anyway, it was just a good play. Yeah, it's probably because we didn't have Nick Pryor. He would have been fine with that. All right, so I believe this is Colt James' fifth successful PAT of this game. We were telling him he was going to go 4 for 4, like Wendy's 4 for 4. Ended up going 5 for 5 or maybe even 6 for 6. He just sends this one right through the uprights. Bang. He can kick well, but we actually, at practice, Coach Samuel Lucas, has a hidden talent of he can kick like a 40-yard field goal. He kicked a PAT the other day. Actually, it was long snapped by Coach Rhea, caught by Coach Cole Lancaster. He held it, and Coach Lucas hit it. It almost went over the victory bell. Actually, it did go over the victory bell. It's probably good for 40, 45 yards. So I just thought that was amazing. And also got us out of conditioning at practice. So that was also another benefit of that. All right, so the day after the game was actually super exciting for me too. After securing the 10-0 season and everything, and the number 2 seed in the playoffs and all that, I actually it was a game day visit I got invited to go to University of Toledo, and a few of their coaches were texting me before and stuff. Ended up going there, and actually in the morning, I was talking to my mom, and something little came up, and like we were thinking about not even going. And because I've been to some game day visits like that before, and at some other schools and some other times, like you go in there and you kind of just get shuffled through. You don't talk to anybody, and you just watch the game basically. But at this one, I went in there. They were just super nice. We sit down in basically the meeting room, and I think it was 4 or 5 different coaches come up to me, and they know me, and they say they watched my film and they like me. So that kind of made me excited, kind of, just, oh, that's different. And I'm sitting down there with my parents, and a younger coach walks by, and he's like, "Oh, Grady, come here." And I talk to him, and he's telling me how he's from a neighboring school, or not neighboring, but like an area school that we actually played this year. And he was telling me about how I played well against his school, and how he actually played us in I think 2018 or 2017, and he coached against us in 2020 during like the COVID times. So I actually didn't get to watch that game, which I wish I did looking back. But anyway, he's talking to me, and then the running back coach comes by, and he's like, "Oh, this guy right here, he really likes your film and everything, and he's probably got some good news for you." And I'm like, "Oh, good news." He's like, "Yeah." Younger coach looks at me, he's like, "We're going to offer you a scholarship to come play at the University of Toledo." And I'm like, "Right now?" He's like, "Yeah." And I was just like, "Oh, thank you. That's awesome." It was very, it was almost emotional, because it was like, I've worked for a long time and waited a long time for something like that to happen. I was just so grateful. I'm still so grateful for an opportunity like that. And I go back, and my parents, they were just talking to other parents in the meeting room. And I go back, I'm like, "Mom, like, he just offered me a scholarship to come play here." And they're like, my mom was so excited. She was like in tears in that meeting room. It was funny. But anyway, that was just a good experience. Got to watch a good football game, came back. All the coaches were real pumped up for me, and everybody around me was just congratulating me. And I think that was just a very nice moment, moment that I've looked forward to for a long time, and it's kind of surreal. It still is, So anyway, I'm very thankful for that, and thankful for that whole situation. All right, so some of you might know, if you've been following with the season and everything, I've kind of been wrestling with a groin injury. Kind of started off as a groin injury. This started probably week 4, week 5. It's kind of turned into more lower abdomen. So, I try to think of anybody I can call that's going to know something, or who I should talk to. What should I do? And actually, I got a call from Eric Lichter, who he's owner of Plus 2, or co-owner. He's a big guy with Plus 2. And he was actually the head strength coach at Ohio State whenever they won the championship back in 2014-15. But anyway, he had me with these X39 Life Wave patches. They're basically, I think supposedly they reflect the heat from your body. You kind of just stick it right on, wherever you're hurting, and they reflect your own heat from your body back into your muscles, and they, I guess, they promote healing and all that. And I was kind of skeptical at first because it's just like it's a patch you put on yourself, but I wore it for 12 hours and probably I think 30 minutes. So I put them on again. And go 12 hours with them on and then 12 hours with them off, and I think they seem to work. I mean, I'm big on I get affected by like a placebo effect. Like if I think something's gonna affect me, it kind of just does. But everybody I've talked to that have used these have just said they're great and they work. And for a little thing that has no chemicals in it, it's kind of impressive for what it is. But also, he had me get a band. It's kind of a tourniquet type thing. It's to restrict blood flow to the area. So I basically wrap it around myself and exercise with it. And then after a few minutes, I take it off. New blood rushes down into the area and promotes healing and all that. So I think that's really helped as well, along with just resting. That's one of the biggest things. Resting, sleep, trying to eat a good diet and all that. So that's something that that's kind of behind the scenes I'd say with most high-level athletes, even high school athletes and everything. There's something going on as far as this is hurting, you're bumped up, you're this, and I just think it's a blessing that I have people around me like that can come together and help me try to do my best on the field. And it's just an awesome thing to have resources like that. So anyway, it was a super successful week. Ended up ultimately finishing the season with a goal that we set out in early August as a team, which was to go 10-0 and win the IVC. That's exactly what we did. So I'm super proud of everybody that has been a part of that, as far as the players, the coaches, the fans, the moms that make us feed the team every week, everybody, because it takes a whole community to have a great football team like that. And ultimately, I had a good weekend too. Ended up getting my first Division I scholarship offer. That was an awesome thing. And I think my stat-wise for this game, I had 5 carries for 90-something yards, I think 91 yards, ended with 2 touchdowns. So another, so-so game, but it is what it is. We're resting up for the playoffs because that's, when it matters. But anyway, thanks for watching, and, stay tuned if you want some more good football content. Bang!